Hi everyone. So let's look at the summary of memory management techniques. So partitioning is generally of two types. One is contiguous allocation. Okay. And the other one is non-contiguous allocation. Now in contiguous allocation, it is divided into three categories. One is fixed partitioning, and in fixed partitioning there are two types of partition. One is equal and the other one is unequal, and the other one is a dynamic partitioning. So here equal and unequal is generally present in the fixed partitioning, or you can call it as a static. That will be a good compared to the dynamic name. So it is a static, and a static is further classified into equal and unequal. Okay. Now coming to the non-contiguous allocation. Non-contiguous allocation is classified into two categories. One is paging and the other one is segmentation. Now in equal, the memory is divided into equal parts. Okay. In unequal, the memory is divided into random manner. Means let's say first slot is divided, first slot size is 1 MB, second slot is size is 3 MB, then 5 MB. So in unequal manner the memory is divided. Here internal fragmentation problem is high, external fragmentation problem is also high. Here also in unequal partition, internal fragmentation is very much high and external fragmentation is also very much high. Now coming to the dynamic partition. Dynamic partition means the memory is divided it is partitioned based on the process size, and due to the process size partition we resolve the internal fragmentation problem. So internal fragmentation problem is not here present here, but still external fragmentation is present here. So we move to the next partition, non-contiguous allocation. Non-contiguous allocation means process is divided into pages, and it is each page of the process is present in a random manner in the main memory frames. Main memory is divided into frames. So in paging as well as in segmentation, the internal fragmentation problem is resolved as well as external fragmentation problem is also resolved. Okay. Now one more important concept which I want to introduce here is virtual memory. So due to the non-contiguous allocation and division of processes into pages and main memory into frames, virtual memory concept is come into picture. What is virtual memory? In earlier days, in 1980s or in 1990s, the size of process is very much large compared to the size of main memory available. Then to resolve this problem, we introduced this non-contiguous allocation, and we divided the process into pages, and each page will run separately in the main memory. Now what happens if gradually the size of main memory and the size of memory itself is increasing? Now in the today's scenario, the size of RAM is generally 4 GB, 8 GB. In earlier days it is in KB. Okay. Now in virtual memory, what happened here? In virtual memory, we think of it as the main memory size is infinite. Okay, the main memory size is infinite, and we divide the processes into pages, various processes into various pages, and we run the each page of the different processes in the main memory. Think of it as the main memory size is infinite, and no what can I say, no problem of availability of main memory here. So virtual memory generally is introduced to increase the degree of multi-program. Okay, why and what happen? How it will increase the degree of multi-programming? Because of the thinking of the infinite main memory. If you think the memory is infinite, you can run the many processes simultaneously. How? You can divide the processes into pages and load the different pages of different processes in the memory and run it. Okay, that's way the degree of multi-programming is increasing, as well as if the degree of multi-programming is increasing, the efficiency of particular computer, or you can say efficiency of CPU, is increasing. Okay, so virtual memory concept is a very good concept to increase the degree of multi-programming as well as efficiency of the CPU. So that's all about the memory management concept. In the next video, we will see the next concept related to the OS.